Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Before I start, I think you should subscribe because, wow, it's pretty bad. Well, let's just get right into the ranking. The first move is Normal Punch. It is a really powerful move that is pretty easy to hit with many combos. A tier. Next up is Consecutive Punches. This move is very versatile for combos and is really good at extending them. I'll give this one an A tier as well. The move after that is Shove. It isn't nearly as strong as the other moves, but it is a good move for combos, unless you mess them up. B tier. Saitama's last base set move is Uppercut. This move is good for combos, but is challenging to get around when a player dodges it. Nonetheless, this move is still a great extender. Another B tier. Now we have Death Counter. This could possibly be the easiest move to hit in the entire game. There are countless videos online of people trolling with it because of how easy it is to use. Easy S tier. Then there's Table Flip. If you use this move on a single person, they can almost always dodge it, if they're smart. This move is really good to use on multiple people for kill streaks. However, its knockback can still do a significant amount of damage, killing an opponent when they're low. And A tier once more. Now we have Serious Punch. Unlike Table Flip, if an opponent gets hit by the knockback in the right direction, they cannot escape and are almost always one-shot by the blow. This move also covers more area than Table Flip, so it's better for streaks. Therefore, I'm going to give Serious Punch an S tier. Saitama's final move is Omnidirectional Punch. This move is much harder to hit than all the others because it is a close range attack. If you miss, it still hits opponents, but it doesn't go very far. This move is great on AFK players. There used to be an old glitch which would launch you into the sky with 2 emotes, helping you land this move easier, but it got patched recently. I'll give it a B tier. And with that, the first character's moves are all ranked. First up is Flowing Water. This move is powerful, but isn't very good for extending combos. B tier. Next, Lethal Whirlwind Stream. This move is much better to use for combos because most attacks can be continued off of it. It gets an A tier. Now we have Hunter's Grasp. This move is a little challenging to hit and doesn't do nearly as much damage as the other attacks. Another B tier. Now we have our first counter, Praise Peril. This move can be great for damage, but it is very hard to hit and is devastating when you miss. C tier. Now we have Water Stream Cutting Fist. Can be hard to hit if you don't have your opponent caught and very easy to use and evasive to dodge out of its combos. B tier. Next up, Final Hunt. Does over 2/3 of someone's HP if hit correctly. Otherwise, it does a short-range stomp doing less than half. A tier. Now we have Rock Splitting Fist. Great combo extender. If hit with just the push, it sends you flying, which is harder for combos. B tier. Then there's Crushed Rock. The greatest hero hunter move to start combos with, but hard to catch up to foes when you miss. A tier. Lastly, we have the Crushed Rock variant. This move is powerful and can hit an infinite amount of people afterwards, making it good to use if you want to build ult after it wears out. Another A tier. Now we are done with the sweatiest character in the game. Monster Form Hero Hunter's first move is Doom Dive. This move can be hard to hit, but it does a great deal of damage and combos are easy to land off of it. I'll give this one an A tier as well. Their second move is Crowdbuster. If you use this move on someone, they can almost always block it. It takes a while to charge and can only hit your opponent after running for a second. B tier. Next up is Hammer Heal. This move is great for starting combos, especially if you have your opponent caught. A tier. Now we have the Hammer Heal variant. It's not as good as the other variant, but it is still decent for damage. B tier. Lastly is Binding Cloth. This is a good move to use after most other ones and is a good combo extender. A tier. Yippity-yahoo! The third character, or second and a half, is done. Destructive Cyborg's first move is Machine Gun Blows. Even though it's one of the top 10 strongest moves, it's hard to hit. B tier. Next is Ignition Burst. Very powerful move, and there are different ways to combo off of it. A tier. Now we have our first projectile, Blitz Shot. This projectile can be charged for a little while and, as you might have guessed, it does more damage the more you charge it. You can also use it mid-air, which is great if you're up high and don't want to be seen. And it is so fun to kill steel with. S tier. Next is jet dive, a move that does a lot of damage and is also great for escaping. E tier. Then there is thunder kick. It's hard to hit and easily dodgeable, but when hit it does a lot of damage. B tier. After that is speed blitz dropkick. It is a very powerful move, but it is extremely hard to hit. C tier. Next is flame wave cannon. Another hard move to hit, and it doesn't have a big hitbox. Another C tier. Lastly is incinerate. It hits a lot of people and does a ton of damage. Good for streaks. B tier. Now we finished the spammiest character in the game, Yahoo. First up is Flash Strike. This move can hit people from far away and is decent at extending combos. B tier. Next is Whirlwind Kick. Hard to build combos off of it and anybody can block it. C tier. Then there's Scatter. Everybody blocks this move, but there are a few tricky ways around it. B tier. The next projectile is Explosive Shuriken. Like Blitz Shot, but you can't aim it. Also really fun for kill stealing. A tier. After that is the Explosive Shuriken variant. Doesn't go nearly as far as the other variant and is really easy to dodge. B tier. Next is Twin Blade Rush. Easy to hit foes and does a great deal of damage. It also has a great range to hit people. And A tier once more. Then there's Straight On. This move can be blocked to prevent stun, but it's a great move to confuse opponents and hit them unexpectedly. A tier. After that is Carnage. This move is tough to hit and pretty easy to dodge. There's also gaps in some spots where it hits. C tier. The last move is, I don't remember how to say it. It was like Fourth's Fold? Or, no, wait, it was like Four-Hold? Fourth Shot? Oh my God! You have got to be The last move is Fourfold Flash Strike. It can hit a lot of people, and if curved correctly, you can hit them right after you finish the move. A tier. We are now done with the easiest character to run with. The first move is Home Run. This is a pretty weak move, but it's good for combos. However, opponents can dodge out of it easily. B tier! Next is the Home Run variant. It's your last resort if you miss the other variant of Home Run, and it doesn't do a lot of damage. C tier. After that is Beat Down. This move is like Scatter. Everyone blocks it, but it's a decent move for combos. B tier. Now we have Grand Slam. Extremely easy to dodge and is hard to continue combos off it. C tier. Then there's the Grand Slam variant. Even though it doesn't do a lot of damage, it has got to be hands down the best combo extender in my opinion. A tier. Next is Foul Ball. This is another projectile. However, it's the hardest one to hit out of them all. C tier. Next is, oh my God, how many variants does this character have?
Stick to the script before I cut your pay again.
What? Michael, please don't. I have 3 kids and a wife. I can't have this happen again.
Well, you better start acting like you care, at least.
Fine. Wait, where was I again? Oh, right. Now we have the Foul Ball variant. This move is hard to use for combos, so it's a good move to end with. B tier. Next is Savage Tornado. This move is great for kill streaks because it can grab a lot of people at a time. It's also good for runners. A tier. After that is Brutal Beatdown. This move can hit multiple people, and when you get caught in it and don't have an evasive, you can't escape the move, which does about half of your HP. A tier. Then there's Strength Difference. This move can be very challenging to hit at times, but does a very large chunk of damage. B tier. Lastly is Death Blow, a counter move with a sick cutscene. What more can I say? When you miss it, it's worse than being counter-baited as Hero Hunter, though. And it does a medium-ranged slam hitting nearby opponents. S tier. Oof, finally we're done? What? What is that? Is that a variant?
Lastly is the Death Blow variant. When missed, The move is extremely easy to dodge and devastating to miss. Well, wait! Am I supposed to rate the moves myself? I didn't know I'd have to do that. Ben, get back over here now for, an extra pay! God, I can't believe I'm doing this!
D tier. God, finally, we are done. First is Quick Slice. This move is challenging to hit with most combos, but can be good if you know what you're doing. B tier. Next is Atmos Cleave. This move does a lot of damage and has a good hitbox, but it can be a little bit hard to hit at times. A tier! Then we have Pinpoint Cut. This move is pretty decent for combos, but makes your opponent ragdoll when they block it. Another A tier. Next is the Pinpoint Cut variant. I like this variant a little more than the original because combos are more fun with it. More A tiers. Next is our second parry move, Split Second Counter. This counter is a bit better than Praise Peril, doing less damage and putting you in a good spot, but when you get baited, you get humiliated! C tier, no doubt. Now we have Sunset. This move is amazing. Hitting a ton of people is great, and it can hit most running players. It also traps people in combos. S tier. Then there's Solar Cleave. It covers a lot of distance and can hit a bunch of people. Missing is really bad if you want to recover though. Even more A tiers. After that is Sunrise. A move that can be hard to hit, but has an awesome cutscene and does a big deal of damage to the person you're fighting. Wow! More A tiers! Finally, we have Atomic Slash. This move is a one-shot move, but is drastically hard to hit. Even if you get your opponent in a down slam, they can just side dash before the cut happens. Even though it also one-shots nearby people with the slash at the end, it low-key sucks. F tier. We're now done with the counter-spamming rat. First is Crushing Pull. The move is just trash. The only other combo is a down slam after. C tier. Next is the Crushing Pull variant. This move is not as strong as most moves are. And as far as how useful they are for combos, it's the same as the other variant. C tier. Then there's Windstorm Fury. Just like the two previous moves, if you don't down slam or uppercut, then you cannot extend it. It's just not a good move. Another C tier? Wow, this character really sucks. After that is Stone Coffin. This move is alright for combos, unless it gets blocked. Then you have to dash all the way around and hope you hit your opponent. B tier. Then there's Expulsive Push. This is the only move that can't be blocked. But once again, it's hard to connect combos with. B tier! Next is Cosmic Strike. This move is almost impossible to hit on one person. And anyone with death counter will be happy to see you use it. D tier. Following that is Psychic Ricochet. This move is easier to hit than the others as it can be continued after a down slam, even though the hitboxes are small. B tier. After that is Terrible Tornado. One of the coolest cutscenes, but the grab itself can be blocked. Luckily, if you have your opponent caught, you can usually hit it. And the move itself does a ton of your health. The tornado at the end can also send nearby people flying. B tier. The last move is Sky Snatcher. This move is almost impossible to dodge and you can aim it at other people, which is always fun to do. A tier. We finished the character that you can block half of their moves. Firstly is Bullet Barrage. This is a typical combo starter that can be carried off of easily. A tier! Up next is Vanishing Kick. If hit from a ragdoll, you can carry combos off of it. Otherwise, they will be flung really far and you can't reach them. C tier. Then there's the Vanishing Kick variant. This variant is far better than the other one, because if your opponent gets flung far, the second kick can bring you to them to continue the combo. A tier! After that is Whirlwind Drop. This move is typically the ending move for combos, although it is possible to down slam your opponent afterwards if they don't have an evasive. B tier. Next is Head First. This move can also be the starter for a combo. It's quick, useful, and keeps your opponent in the perfect spot to continue combos. B tier. Then there's Grand Fisher. It's a little challenging to hit, but does a lot of damage if you hit your opponent with it. It also slows down runners if you hit them. B tier. After that is Twin Fangs. This move is extremely hard to hit. If hit, however, it can do a good chunk of damage depending on when you hit your opponent. C tier. Next is Earth Splitting Strike. It's not that hard to hit, but it can be countered. However, it does more than half of one's HP, but it's hard for continuing combos. It also flings your opponent extremely far. A tier. Lastly, there's Last Breath. You can get hit during the charge up for a small portion, but it's almost impossible to run from. It does almost all of your health and is unescapable in duels if you use it at the right time. Also, the cutscene is phenomenal and is really cool to look at when you hit someone. S tier. We're now done with the down slam specialist. First is Waboom, another projectile move. By far the best. Whenever you use it, opponents run because it's hard to dodge and it homes. S tier. Next is Plasma Cannon. When fully charged, it does 35.2 damage. Extremely easy to dodge. Fortunately, it's good at hitting people who are unaware or for teaming. B tier. Then there's Trinity Tear. Impossible to hit if your opponent is blocking. But you can hit people who are unaware. It's just not a great move if you're in a 1v1 or if someone's aware of you. C tier. After that is the Trinity Tier variant. To use it, you have to be high in the air, preferably by using Twin Burst, and it is hard to aim and hit. D tier. Then there's Twin Burst. This move is good, but I always find myself missing it and being flung the opposite way of my opponent. Just my opinion. C tier. Lastly is Photon Edge. It is a great move that does a lot of damage. It's just hard to hit at times, so it's good to use it on a group of people. B tier. We are now done with the early access character. Firstly is Ravage. This move does a ton of damage, like normal punch. It's pretty much the same as normal punch, actually. But it can't do 10 extra damage if you hit the ground. S tier. Next is Swift Sweep. This move is great for combos, if you have a dash, because then you can have a good combo starter. A tier. Then we have Collateral Ruin. This move cannot be countered or interrupted. It's the perfect move for temporary invincibility. S tier. After that is Spiraling Storm. This move is the worst counter. It throws your opponent too far, and it does barely any damage. Also, well, you know. C tier. First alt move is Stoic Bomb. This is a great move with a big range. The only thing is that it can be death countered. A tier. After that is 20-20-20 Drop Tip. With this move, you're almost guaranteed to hit someone. Best move for running and one-shots the person you hit too. Also probably the most famous move. I mean, who doesn't know it at this point? Also a cool cutscene, which is nice to watch. S tier. Next is 5 Seasons. You can aim this move, which is good for secretly striking people without them knowing. If I'm being honest, it's just the better Stoic Bomb. It can't be death countered, and it's harder to dodge if you don't see it coming in advance. Who are the devs for these cutscenes? Is this where all the budget is going? Why can't we have more cutscenes like this? Obvious S tier. Lastly is Unlimited Flexworks. Oh boy, here we go. This move is literally the definition of unskippable cutscene. You get trapped, you're leaving. There is no way you're sitting through all this. Like, bro, I got a family, a job, kids who graduated high school, won the Medal of Honor, and got grandkids before this cutscene finished. Even the song ended, bro. Now I gotta restart it. Pure torture, but it one-shots everyone. S tier, more like Des tier. We are now done for the overhyped character. First up is Infinity. This is a very controversial pick, because it does make your M1s kill and no one can hit you, but the move itself doesn't do anything, and that's what I'm ranking. In that case, I'll put it in, wait, what is that? Infinity tier? Guess I'll put it in there. Next is Repulse. One-shots with infinite range, but only available in private servers. A tier, then is Erase. This move also one-shots everyone, but can be a little harder to hit. Also only available in private servers. A tier. After that is Attract. You would not believe this move is one-shots everyone and is only on private servers. Newsflash, am I right? A tier. Lastly is the non-infinity variant of Attract. This move does not one-shot if you don't hit every part. Only on private servers. C tier. We finished the private server exclusive character. Firstly is Permafrost. This move is really powerful and is great for getting rid of teamers. S tier, then there's Frost Forge. This move is great for hitting random people and creating distance from opponents. A tier. After that is Freezing Pack. Does amazing damage but hard to hit. If missed, it's good for running though. It can also hit more than one person with the trail and the kicks. A tier. Lastly is Judgment Chain. It has amazing range and is hard to miss. Great for escapes. S tier. We are now done with the easy kill farmer. First is Pincer Bourrage. This move is great for getting rid of people who are teaming on you, and it does a lot of damage. A tier. After that is Giant Leap. This move always hits someone, and it has a knockback. A tier. Next is Acid Spit. This move is great for getting rid of people in front of you, but that's about it. C tier. Lastly is Laser Claws. This move is good for hitting people, but the lasers part barely hits anyone. It's just a worse Acid Spit. It just makes you vulnerable for too long. C tier. We are now done with the most annoying character. Is this it? Is this really where the video ends? Have I done it? Have I ranked all the moves? Nope! It's time to rank all of the build mode moves.
Yeah! Wah!
Firstly is Hunter's Mark. This move is pretty difficult to hit, but it does a good amount of damage and has one of the best cutscenes in the game, in my opinion. I mean, just look at this. B tier. Next is Double Trouble. This move is great for combos because you can do anything while the move is going. B tier. Next is Railgun. If you don't do this hidden, someone will stop you. It can go across the map and hit a lot of people. A tier. After that is Tactical Storm. This move can be blocked, but it still hurts you. Good for groups of people. A tier. Then there's Seismic Fist. It can hit a lot of people, and it has good damage too. The range is one of the best out of all moves. A tier. Then there's Rising Fist. This move is hard to hit and does bad damage. That's it. C tier. Next is the Old Last Breath. This move looks way cooler than the original. Even the charge up is quick and does damage. It even one-shots. The only thing is, it takes half of your health. But it's easier to hit. A C tier because of the health. Then is Ice Hammer. This move looks hard to hit, though it does a good amount of damage. B tier. Lastly is the Old Ice Hammer. This looks like a mini version of Savage Tornado, does some damage. Too bad it's scrapped. B tier. I guess now we're actually done. Thank you everyone for watching. I plan to make more long forms in the future, and if you have any suggestions, let me know. See you later.